It is definitely not normal for me to be able to enter a field and lie so closely against a cow and feel so comfortable. But you know, this isn't a normal cow, this isn't a normal herd. And down here in Killrowan in County Kerry, beautiful County Kerry, I've come to meet two people who are doing something that really is quite unusual indeed. So I'm going to go down and meet them now and hear their incredible story.
One half of this young couple is Lisa O'Sullivan. Her story is somewhat different from the norm in Irish farming.
So Lisa, a 24-year-old Kerry farmer, and you own this farm. It's an incredible story. How did you come to owning this farm?
The farm was transferred to me in October from my mother. She would have had a farm from my grandfather. He would have passed it on to her.
From your mother, so it came down the female line?
Exactly, yeah.
And the day that you then owned it, last October, how did you feel?
It was pretty amazing. I've always been interested in the farm, so just to have it then was it was a real treat.
This area in Kerry, I mean, are there many young people left, or has there been a lot of emigration?
A lot of immigration. There's a lot of people, especially my age group, that are leaving. You hear nearly someone going every week.
How have you resisted the temptation to go then?
I want to make something out of the farm. Like, that's where I want to work, that's where I want to stay.
You've got a lot of responsibility now.
Yeah, and I think it just makes you want to stay and it makes you want to work harder for us.
Now, I'm really excited because we're going to walk down this laneway and see your incredible herd of cattle. And that's another unusual aspect of this farm, alongside the fact it's owned by such a young person. So we'll head on down and have a look.
Yeah.
What makes Lisa's herd so unusual is that it's made up of rare breed Irish Droimeann cattle.
So Lisa, these are the jewels in your crown.
Yes, exactly.
The amazing native Droimeann, and there's a couple of hundred of these left in Ireland.
Exactly, yeah. They're really scarce in the country.
And this is a very ancient breed of Irish cattle, dating back, it was thousands of years, isn't it?
Yeah, like they're mentioned in the Brehon laws. There's songs about them. They have quite a lot of mentioning in Irish history. So they are really remarkable for that.
Lisa inherited her fascination with Droimeann cattle from her father Daniel. He's been very supportive of her taking over the farm.
So last October, your wife handed the farm over to your daughter.
Yeah.
You're obviously very involved day to day in the running of the farm. Was it an emotional day? Were you nervous? Were you happy?
Well, it wasn't, because actually Mary got it from her own father. We worked together on it, and we hardly knew that it was hers. That's the way it was.
And what kind of farmer do you think Lisa's going to make?
I can't say that, but she's such a good way with animals that she shouldn't have a problem. She'll know the one to keep anyway. Like, you know, it is important that you know what type of animal to keep, because if you're breeding, if you have say 4 or 5 heifers, if you sell the good one always, you'll end up with nothing. If you sell the bad one always, you'll have it better.
What's also different about this story is that Lisa's boyfriend, Mike Foley, who doesn't have a farming background, has bought 70 acres of land a few miles from Lisa's farm. He stocked it with a herd of pedigree Scottish Highland cattle.
The one that's very curious there now, she has actually come for the oldest herd of Highlands in existence, the Applecross herd in the very north of Scotland in the Highlands. And the 2 other mothers have come from a UK stock.
But why Highland cattle, and why did you bring them here?
Well, I think even you saw yourself, they're little beauties. They're so placid, they're just characters. Like, when they're on the farm in Killrowan, you regularly hear the screech of brakes, and it's someone looking at these in the field. They've been called buffalo, they've been called everything. And we've probably got a few funny looks for bringing them in the first place, but they've slotted right in. They have so many different varieties of grass in this field alone. The natural herbs, the flora, the fauna, everything just seems to suit them, and they seem to be absolutely thriving in the environment they're in.
So basically they don't need top quality grass?
No, they don't.
They thrive on the opposite?
If they can survive on the hill farm behind us and here and be in the condition that they're in, I mean, why do anything else?
Lisa and Mike's long-term vision is to sell rare breed meat from their animals under the Killrowan Farm brand.
This is what I see as a future for Lisa and I, when we can get it to where we want it to be. We want Killrowan Farm to be recognised as a brand. We think we're doing things a little differently. maybe we're not doing it right, but we're certainly going to try and follow the path that we've set out.
And you talk about a brand. What will this brand sell? What produce?
Well, Killrowan Farm will hopefully sell high quality meat, be it from the hybrids or the purebreds in the Highland or the Droimeann, and it will also sell the way we do it. And that's, for me, is going to be the most important thing. It's not intensive. We let their situation determine everything.
When they ran the farm, Lisa's parents were very aware of the importance of biodiversity. It's something Lisa is determined to continue on Killrowan Farm.
It's a balance, isn't it, between not modernising too much, because you ruin the essence of this otherwise.
Yes, it's just updating the farm as much as you can, but without doing any lasting damage to the environment or the wildlife population on the farm as well.
If I could plant an area here with some bird cover crop that had a different mixture of seeds in it to bring more of the wildlife into this area, then that's going to be done as well.
But does that pay to farm in that way?
At the moment, because of the lack of support we have, no. We're at a massive loss this year, but in the 5-year plan that we have, we hope to turn that loss into either a break-even or a minimal profit.
Today, Lisa and Mike have to work full-time outside of the farm to make a living, but they're determined to find a way to make a success of Killrowan in the near future.
We have a vision here for the farm and what we want, so we always have that plan in the back of our heads. So when we're doing the work on the farm and everything, it's just having that vision, so it gets you through doing it.
You have to use your brand. You have to see, can you get it marketed? You have to see, can you get it out there? But I think what we're doing, does have a future. It does have a solid basis. We have it down in Kilcoolach. We have it here. The proof is actually physically there.